Hello, everyone. My name is Anya, and today we're having a classroom. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have been planning this for a little while. We are going to be painting owls. So if you would pick a sequence panel down here, I will go in and approve you guys. So before you start painting, don't start painting yet. Don't you dare start painting yet. I have instructions for you. This is going to be a very, very special classroom because, as you might have noticed, we are painting on a black canvas. So painting on a black canvas is very different from painting on a gray canvas, a burnt sienna canvas, or a white canvas. You may have heard very often, the fear of the blank page, the infamous, painter's block or difficulty when you're just not feeling inspired. And one of the best ways that I combat that is with a black canvas. So it's going to be a lot of fun today. We are going to paint majestic owls, but we're not going to paint just any majestic owls. I want everyone to go ahead and paint like an authentic version of an owl, like your authentic version of an owl. That's going to sound really strange. You're like, Anya, what is an authentic version of my owl? Like, what are you talking about? Like, so you're going to paint yourself as an owl today. All of your fears, all of your joys, I want you to change the color scheme to reflect that. Like your wishes, you could add different little elements in terms of colors, edges, interactions with objects. You're gonna see it when I start painting. It's gonna be really cool. I'm gonna walk you through what I'm doing and why. So it's gonna be very personal today. So go ahead and pick your sequence panel, everybody. I'm trying to approve everyone that I can. But yes, hello DPO, hello Meg, hi Andy. You guys are all super, super welcome. So definitely pick your own sequence panel. If you've been approved, then you have the ability to turn off layers. So you can go on the right here and select one of these layers and turn it off. You can own them and turn them off, turn them on, do all the things. It's gonna be nice. So you can use whichever references you want out of this panel, and you can take some out. It's gonna be really cool. Oh, here we go. Oh, hi, Andy. Okay, so I'm just approving people. Go find a sequence panel on the bottom left here. And yeah, so it's on the bottom left. Oh, I'm seeing everyone finding their spot. We're doing good. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna give people just a moment to stroll in. We're gonna keep talking here now. If you're new, if you're new and you just strolled in, I see you, little painter. Let me go get you. There we go. So if you're new and you have no idea, so we're gonna paint on a black canvas today. And in a recent stream, we talked about how to paint. I think it was my last month's classroom. We talked about how to paint simple objects. And it was Jonathan who piped up with this example of okay, we'll take an object, I don't know, this awesome skull by Proco, and go in a closet and turn off the lights. What do you see? Well, absolutely nothing, right? But if you turn on a light, you see the object. Now, when you paint the object, are you painting the object or are you painting the light on the object? Very important. So today, when you're drawing on your black canvas, you should think of where your light source is. And really, as you paint, start to discover, push and pull with the object that you're painting. So I encourage people to start with shapes and light. And it's going to be really fun. We're going to jump into it soon. Nice. Okay. All right, so I'm going to keep my eye on the Magma chat over here. So if you have any questions, the best place to do so is ask a question there if it's art related. So yeah, without further ado, I think we're going to jump in now. Okay, so for me, this is really weird because I'm asking you guys to paint yourself as an owl, right? And that might be really odd for some people because you're like, well, how do I like do that? And for me, it has everything to do with like the vibe. And this is gonna sound like super silly, but it'll feel right. Like you'll just know, right? So with the references that I have, here's what I really like. I like this swooping line that they often get, like this kind of line that often happens. I love that. Okay, I saw Blender and Nexus. Hold on. Let me just go help over here. Blender, there you are. Yeah, I think we're going to have to make more canvases just in case. So let me do that. Just in case. I wouldn't want anybody to be left wanting. All right. Comment section looks good. So for me, when I look at, okay, let me head back to my sequence panel. There we go. And I will go check like how you guys' process is. Like I'm going to go help if you guys want it. Always feel free, by the way, to like ask me questions. Like if you have just technical questions, like how do I do this or how do I do that? Like go ahead and ask. Because it'll give me something to talk about. I love to answer those questions. It'll be fun. I really like the shape of this one, like with him looking that way. This kind of line. This kind of composition and line of action is really, really nice. I like that. I also really love this shape that owls have when they're in the middle of flying. Like that's really fun. Oh, I love this question. So Blender 2.0. What kind of paintbrush is good for painting? And that would obviously be my paintbrush. Come on, guys. Joke. So there's not really like a paintbrush that is like the best paintbrush. I think it just depends on your process and how you like your brush to behave. So with time, I've learned how to change my brush depending on what I'm looking to achieve and how the brush feels. Like just the other day, I was messing around and figured out I really, really like a high flow paintbrush because it allows me to make these like really hard edges. And I was painting for the longest time with like a flow of like 36, which like gives this like really nice softer painterly feel, but it was making everything I painted like really, really soft. And I was struggling to put hard edges in, and I was going like, why can't I do it really well? Like it's just not, it wasn't the best thing for me. So I had a hard time. Hello. I'm just going to preview. Go ahead and find a sequence panel. You're going to see it at the bottom left-hand corner. There's a little icon, like a film icon. And that will allow you to open up sequence panels, and you can go and find a sequence panel that is not occupied. And go ahead and use that as inspiration. So again, when you are painting on a black canvas, it's going to be more about painting the light hitting the object. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and maybe we can... Okay, I have an idea. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to use this one. And yeah, okay, I think that's good. I'm going to use a little bit of each of these four. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll keep my eye out for the Magma chat for anyone who has any questions. But I'll keep answering the brush thing because it's a really good question, because a lot of artists, especially a lot of beginner artists, they'll see like somebody painting and they'll be like, how are you like that good? Like, I want to be that good. And then they're like, what brushes do you use? Well, you know, it's not really about the brushes. It's about how they're used, right? So, you know, having better brushes will help, but it's not going to make you paint like that person. The way that you turn off the... Hold on. The way that you disable milestone pop-ups, go to View, Activity Stats, Stroke Milestones, and make sure it's checked off. I know it is distracting. The confetti is just too much. But they are working on that, so we should get an update soon. What is the take on the draw the rest of the owl meme? I don't know that meme. You would think that I would know the meme, but I do not. Sorry. Okay, so I am going to start with a little bit of a sketch first. And for that, because I'm on a black canvas, I'm going to use like a dark gray. And I'm going to set my layer to lighten, so that when I paint underneath that layer, whatever I paint, my sketch will always show up for a while. So that's the reason that I do that. So if anybody's new here, go ahead and go find your sequence panel, and we are going to start now. So owls are cool creatures. Does anybody have stories of like seeing owls in person? I have never seen an owl in person. I really wish that I had. Really, really wish that I had. So I'm using some of the silhouette from here, and then I'll point out when I start diverging. I'm just going to start blocking in first. I'm looking for the distances between things to inform my choices on where things should be. And I'm thinking of changing this wing and seeing if I can't give it some of this shape language over here. Okay, so how would I do that? I would... That's hard because it's body. Cool, and just up to the... They are cute. If you think the owls are cute, Google their ears. I would like for owls to stay cute in my mind, so I will go ahead and not. I know, it's like, I'm such a party pooper. I know that. I'm very aware. I've always been a party pooper. I like these legs at the bottom here, but I'm not like a huge fan of the way that they're like that. So I'm gonna do it more like this. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Alpol. Nice comment on the YouTubes. You've gone bird watching before. Owls, yeah, they are super cute. They are. They truly are. I'm actually going to make my owl be holding something, I think. You know, I'm going to make him... I'm not going to say what that is yet, but you'll see with time. So that's an element I'm bringing in, like, just because I feel like it. I want to bring in a light element that is inside my scene. And I'll say what that is. That's going to be the moon. So the owl is like, it's going to be like holding the moon. It's going to be really cool. So yeah, so that's something I'm bringing in just because I feel like it and because I think it would be cool. And that's what I mean by like draw the owl as you, is like do something cool, do something different, like bring up something different in this paint, you know? Owl faces are really weird. They've got this like mask, which is like really interesting. I don't want to get too caught up in the sketch here. So I'm just going to try and simplify things. I'm going to give him like much... You see these like long head pieces? I want to have my little guy like longer eyebrow hairs, whatever you want to call that. He's going to be so cute. Right. Now, I'm thinking I want to try and move this wing to indicate something a little bit more. Like, I love this beautiful shape language that's happening with this one. I also love what's happening here. And this is pretty, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of not the vibe that I want necessarily. So I really like, you know, these coming out like that, and then like say have this wing doing like this kind of a thing. Hold on. I want like a dramatic upsweep. And then it'll come in, right? Yeah, okay. This would be a cute pendant, like if it was a necklace. Okay. Okay. I kind of want... Oh, hold on. I want to make it even smaller. Sort of want... dripping. Like I want this moon to be dripping. This is gonna get really weird real fast. So you can do like weird stuff. This is your owl. Doesn't matter. But I want this to like melt weirdly. And then we'll do some extra melties on top as well. It's my thing. I can do whatever I want with it. That's the beauty of art. You can do whatever. It like literally doesn't matter. Just do whatever you want. I'm gonna have a look see around the room. Go see what's up. All right, we've got Andy's section doing some good looking at the big bold shapes that are there, seeing like the distances between things. I love it. You see like this section right here, you could make sure that you have that. It would be like right here. Nice. DPO's getting started. Give him some time. Oh, cool. Cool. We're studying the proportions. I love everyone like checking out their proportions, getting that right. That's awesome. Oh, this is cute, Meg. I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be awesome. We've got the beginnings of a sketch. Not sure who made it. They're not on the sequence panel anymore. Got Nexus over here. I'm sure his art will be wonderful. Gonna be patient for that one. Ooh, we've got Vanchek. I hope I didn't like murder your name, but got that. That's very nice. Ooh, okay. All right. We're also checking out the proportions over here as well. Nice. Keep going. You got this. And just making sure. Okay. So that is it. Right, so I want this to kind of fan out like this and then like that maybe. Yes. Okay. And some of those can be like the ones in front and some at the back. When I get there, I'll show you guys a really cool trick with values that you can get like really cool dimension with overlaps and stuff. So when we do this part, I'll like show you guys real quick how that works. It's really fun. Yeah, so we'll have like little feathers over here. It'll be super fun. Nice. Hopefully I'm not biting more than I can chew, but I don't think so. I think we're doing good. Get on time too. If I need to, I could stay a little bit later. And then I notice as the wing is like coming in, the tail is also tucking. But for us, we're actually just gonna, does that look right? Should we tuck it in? Let's see. Let's tuck the tail feathers in and see how that feels. It does kind of. I do kind of like it, like overlapping the moon. I like that. Kind of like it. We're gonna do it. Okay, cool. And then we have those legs, those cute little legs, the leggies. Okay. So we're going to deal with the eyes when we get there. I think I've got my main sketch going on. So I got me a winner. So I'm going to take it to dinner. Oh my goodness. I have like... I'm so random. Sorry, guys. So as you discover your style and as you discover like the things that you like, it's really nice when you can start like implementing those. So I've been doing a lot of personal sketches in my off times, and I notice these melty bits start appearing on stuff. I like that. It's like an element of surrealism that I'm like really into. So I'm gonna make things drip from the bottom and the top a little bit, as if they're like melting. I'm actually gonna merge the layer I'm working on with the top layer. There we go. So I can then come in and erase. I like doing that. It's fun. I've always loved surrealism. So surrealism is usually like it's elements of different things. Just anything that like goes against realism, basically. It's just surreal. It's like it doesn't look quite right. But I like mixing that together with realism. I think it provides the greatest contrast. So I like doing things in my paintings that like make people double take, like what, you know? I personally think it's like really, really fun when somebody is looking at your painting and it's like it's an after effect or an after like, wait, what? And they look at it again, they're like, oh, whoa, okay, interesting, right? And I'm planning to do a lot more of that in the future. Super fun. Love that. Okay, so we've got elements of all 4 of these in here. If you guys will just give me one moment. I have someone trying to burst down my door to try and give me some mail or something, or it's solicitors, I don't know, but I will be just right back. I'm sorry, guys. All right, I am back. Sorry about that. Oh dear. Some guy about better internet I could be getting. I should have just ignored it. I had to be like super rude and be like, I am not interested by. You're like, I'm literally streaming. Like, what the heck are you doing? Go away. Like, life. Am I right, folks? Am I right? Have you drawn owls before? Once before, yes. How do you handle perfectionism? That's a good question. I have this thing where I like pursue excellence. Like, I really, really like to do that. It's really weird. Like, I work really hard and I like the light and layers not really working that well. Hold on. Little detour. Excuse me for a moment. Color dodge, maybe? No. Better. Okay, that works more like a light and layer. Okay, perfect. All right, so perfectionism, it depends. It's no good if it's no good if it's making you, how do I say this? If it's making you like not achieve things because you're like, oh, I don't need to be perfect, so like why try right now? Or like, I don't have enough time to make it perfect, so why like sit down for half an hour and draw? That's not good, right? You want to be able to like get stuff done, right? So if it's going to stop you from getting things done, that's not great. Don't fall into that trap. You know, it's always harder to sit down and do and get it started than it is to continue. Like, one of the tricks I have for like housework is like, hey, you know, I'll do it for like 15 minutes. And then, you know, my little brain starts and is doing like 15 minutes. And then all of a sudden, like, oh, you know, I could do this for the next like 2 hours, and then I do, and then it's like perfect. It's like I'm so happy and I got so much done, and like the sense of accomplishment is far better than getting it perfect. And you know, the truth is you will never get it perfect. Like that's not a thing. So why put pressure on yourself? Like why, you know, like why make it difficult for yourself? Okay, so I'm establishing my light source, right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and lower the opacity on my sketch a little bit because it's obnoxious. It's an obnoxious layer. I made it like super bright for no reason. I'm actually gonna erase my little, because we're gonna do it like we're gonna paint it later. Perfect. Okay. I want layer groups. Anybody else want layer groups? It would be nice to group up a few things and move them around. It just would be. It would be really fun. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? On colors. So for me, I'm thinking like a brown owl. Like this kind of color. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to put just my like solids. Just going to start and giving it like its base color. And I'm thinking of the light too, because like all of the light source is going to be coming bottom up. So bottom and then slightly behind, because I want to do some subsurface scattering in this wing, and we'll get to that when we get to that. It's going to be darker up here though, and I'm going to make it like a little bit more red. And you know, my sketch was there like for a reason, but it's also, I also want to get rid of it like as soon as possible. Like I do not want the sketch sticking around. Like there's no point in it staying, especially because we're on like black canvas. Black canvas is so fun to play with. It's one of my favorite things to play with. It may be like difficult, but you have to like get out of the, you kind of have to get out of the stage where you are painting on white canvas sometimes to try to get rid of like artist block or just out of your funk, like out of like the general thing that you always do. It's really, really fun. And it is entirely normal if you are struggling. So if you're struggling right now, totally normal. Don't feel bad. And this, by the way, like fair warning, it's going to look like nothing for quite a while. And then all of a sudden it's going to be like, oh, okay. You know, it'll sneak up on you, especially on black canvas. Black canvas is so fun. Just trying to figure out the position of this back wing right here. It's like elusive. Okay, and I was just lowering the opacity of my sketch right there. So as I paint, I'm going to be continuing to lower the opacity on my sketch. I only need these two over here for a bit. Add a little bit of blue. Kind of gray it down, yeah. Yeah, perfectionism, I think, is something a lot of artists deal with. I think it's something that we all kind of share in common. Dealing with the idea that we have to be perfect to like get a job in the industry, or just to get commissions in general, or meet the standards to like get more likes, or all that. It's like it's not very good for us. We're not giving ourselves enough credit when we are just telling ourselves to go, go, go. And I've known artists that like I would tell them like, hey, it's time for you to take a break. And they would be like, no, I haven't earned a break. But they'd been working for 6 hours straight. And it was like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you doing this to yourself? This is not good for you. And it was just really sad to see. And like, I told myself, like, I cannot do this. Like, this very specific thing, I cannot do it. To myself, to any of the artists around me. So like, yeah, feeling like you have to be perfect just to get crumbs is like, it's unsustainable. Like, you're not being very good to yourself if that is the standard that you're trying to uphold. Actually, I think I'm going to put the moon in front of the tail. And that'll really sell the idea that he's like holding the moon, because his feet are in front and his tail is behind. Yes. Oh, that's going to be fun. What method do you use to distill what you're looking at in simple shapes? Funny you should mention. Squinting. I like to squint. So I'll go like this. And like my eyelids are like touching. And I will see like what the big shapes of something are. Like, what is it that makes that work? And it'll also like show you like the different value systems. Like, obviously squinting will make things darker, right? So you want to like choose the correct values by not squinting. But if you squint at something, it will take away all the detail, all the noise that you don't need to focus on, and it will show you like the biggest shapes. So you start with the big shapes and you put in like the correct shapes, the correct value, and the correct color. And then you move to like medium shapes and smaller shapes. And that helps you go from like point one to the end point. You know, it like helps you know what you should be doing next. Excellent question. So if you ever see me like squinting at something, it's not because I can't see it. It's just because I'm like trying to check out like what shapes to paint next. I think I'm gonna put we'll decide that later. I'm just trying to play with stuff. Okay. So let's figure out this wing thing at the top here. So, right, some of this top section, I'm fully changing it, right? Okay. So I need something darker. I'm gonna go like super saturated brown down here. And you would think like, oh, why are you doing that? It like won't show. But like on black, as soon as I take away the sketch, like look, it still does show up. It's like so nice. So it's like a good, nice dark color. Do I even need the sketch anymore? I feel like I don't need the sketch. I feel like we're good. We're at the stage where I can like figure it out by like pushing and pulling paint. So it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna start by putting in some of the wing tips from like the back, right? I'm actually gonna be smart and like put the front wing on a different layer so I can like erase into it and stuff. Put that here, and then let's see. Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. So over here. So right now what I'm doing is like just getting my shapes in. I want like a pretty good like sweeping kind of motion. And I'm not looking, like when you're painting feathers, like I'm not looking to make this into the kind of like wing that is like super detailed. That's really not my interest. In fact, like the wing is not the focus of the painting. I want the focus of the painting to be this face. So I will actually be steering clear of doing like photorealistic feathers. I think that's kind of a waste of our time today. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not a waste of your time to learn how to paint feathers. It's just like today, if I spent like the entire time just painting feathers, I think people would get a little bit annoyed with me because that takes a while, and it's not really that fun. Like it's not the funnest activity ever. So right now I'm just scribbling in like a dark section, and I am going to try to figure out a little bit of translucency in here, like some light coming through, just not immediately. And I am gonna see if I can't put in some grays for some shadowy areas. These are some like teal grays. I like to put color in my shadows. In anything really. I don't really color anything like gray. I always pick some kind of color shade range because it's just, I don't know, I find it boring. Like if it's just gray, it's like eh. I mean, for my own personal stuff, I find that boring. So I'm just putting the shadows wherever I feel like it should go. And I'm gonna... And by the way, I'm like fully zoomed out. Like you can see on the stream, I'm not zooming into anything. I'm just literally like, okay, well, I'm just like fully, you know, the owl is in full view. And like later, I'll like come in here and like mess with it. But you can see how painterly that is. I'm not really concerned with details at all. Right? Gonna get the side of his face here. Maybe like that. Yeah, and let's get like the side of the nose in. I'm also looking at these refs. I might bring these refs in for myself just to make it easier. Because I am utilizing like information from these quite a lot, and it's getting annoying that I have to zoom out and in all the time. So I'm also going to make it smaller because I don't really... This I need like real close to... Yep, like that. And you guys can do this too. Like if you're in your canvas, like no issue. Like do whatever you need to do. I'm just going to bring this right in so I can like have everything kind of in there. See? Just like that. Do I ever love black canvases? This is like the best thing ever. I don't know if everybody else feels the same, but for me, it's like a good, nice little hug. Do you squint when looking at things like folds and wrinkle on clothing and skin? I was actually teaching a student yesterday about rendering cloth, and like I was teaching her, like you squint and there's like varying levels of the squinting. It's weird. It's like you squint down and then you see like the big shapes, and as you like unsquint a little bit, and that's like the medium shapes, and then you like fully look at it and you can do the small shapes. So like wrinkles, I would call a small detail, like depending on what type of wrinkle. So that would be like later in those phases. It doesn't have to be immediate. Just with time you go for it, you know. Ooh, just like a little bit over here. I kind of want it. I want to describe the like other side here with the little eyebrow feather thing. There we go. I think like some of the bottom of these wings might catch some of the light, maybe. I'm just gonna kind of just dabble it in there, see how it looks. I don't like it. It lacks subtlety, so I'm just gonna leave it out. But I think these might be cool to bring in. Fun. A little bit less, maybe just a few. A few in the back, just kind of as if they were kind of involved like that. Fun. All right. This might get a little bit of light like that. Fade that into the black a little bit. There you go. I'm gonna take a look about the room now. Let's see. Ah, look at this. You know what, Andy, seeing you make something that's not covered in scales is really interesting. Let's see here. Ooh, DPO, looking cool. I love the expression on the owl's face, like, what are you doing in my territory? How dare you? That's awesome. He's holding a torch and everything. Oh, I can't wait to see this. Whoa, you've been busy. This is cool. Nice. I love that you're like taking apart this owl over here, like figuring out what to do. Oh, dude, those colors, Meg. That's so cool. I love that. It's like iridescent. That's nice. You're gonna have to let me know how you made that. Is that like a specific brush you made? Hook a sister up, you know? Aw, whoever this was left and didn't come back. Sadness. Whoa! Nexus! This is cool. This is really cool. Look at that. I like the shades in there. I like the tones. You're doing a fantastic job. Watch out for that guy. He's coming for you, you people. He's coming. Fan check. Doing great also. I really like the way that you're approaching it. Good job. Nice. Like the color variation in your shadows. It's looking good. Ooh. Ooh. This is cool. You're doing good, Blender. Keep going. You're like really changing stuff up. It's looking good. Very, very good. That little face. So cute. And we've got a Yaga. Hello. Welcome. All right. You're welcome to grab a sequence panel. We're just painting owls today, and you can really put your signature touch on it. So we're not painting like one for one. We're doing like inspo from the references that are there. You've been approved, so you can own layers and take them away or move them around if you want to in your sequence panel. So that'll be super fun. All right, I'm gonna keep going. To draw, I'm super to set the drawing. Aww. Well, I'm sorry you're sick. That sucks. But hopefully you feel better soon. They are amazing drawings. I agree, Yaga. They're like really cool. Okay. Oh, nice. Cool. Can't wait to see that. Yeah, owls, they're just so cool. Like, how dare they be so cool? Like, it's not even fair. I'll like put a few like craters on my moon just to make it obvious what it is. And then I'm gonna do the age-old trick of taking pure white. Actually, I'm gonna color it up a little bit of red in that white. So it's like a light pink. I'm gonna go down to 20% opacity. And then I'm just gonna like very lightly come over here and do this, like this. I'm just making it kind of be light. And then I'm gonna grab the eraser at 10% opacity. I'm just gonna come in here and attack any like locations that are like just a little bit too like harsh. Just kind of take out some of the harsh transitions in here just to get it to be nice and okay. And then I am going to grab pure white in 10% and just do it again but just directly like around the light source. Get some areas like that. There we go. So now we're gonna keep going. So that's on like on a separate layer. I could just turn it off and on if I want to. Look at how big of a difference that makes. Like it's just huge. Okay, so now I'm gonna go for the keel. I'm gonna go do the eyes because eyes are super cute. Everyone loves eyes. I don't know what it is. I was at the optometrist today, picking up my new glasses. New frames, by the way. And it came onto the subject of me being an artist. And they were like, oh yeah, show us your stuff. And I showed them, and I have just recently done like an oil study of like some features, like some eyes and nose and all of that. And when they saw the eye, they were like, oh my gosh, we're looking for somebody to make like paintings for the office. So hopefully your girl can make some paintings and put it in the optometrist office in my local city. That would be cool. They seemed pretty serious too. Like, I left them with my email and my phone number. And like two of the people that were like doing my glasses, like they were measuring and like making sure it fit me right. They followed me on Instagram. I was like, are you serious? They like found me and they're like, it's like really funny. I know, right? It was like just a really weird moment. And they were like, without us, you could have never done your art. We're so privileged to be your optometrist place. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, it's so funny. They're so cute too. I was just like so delighted to meet their acquaintance and just, it's just, I don't know. People are funny. They're cute. I had a good morning. It was like a good grand old time. Yeah, now I'll feel bad when I move. If I do have paintings at the optometrist, I will feel bad when I move. I'll be like, oh man, I don't get to like see my painting every time I go get my eyes fixed. All right, so I'm going to take out this one. Going to take a super dark saturated teal. I'm going to try to see if this may not work. So if it doesn't work, we'll just forget it ever happened. But here we go. I think that's gonna be okay. I'm just like using it for some shadow effects. Just kind of coming in here. I like it. It's weird, but I like it. Then I'm gonna grab like some reddish orange, I think would be nice. And I'm gonna come in here like really dark rust kind of color, just in the transition between like this super white and this like the darkness. Like, so when things turn away from you, like when form turns away from you, very often there will be like saturation, and you could see it like in these photos, like as things are turning away, they have like this saturated color to them. And as an artist, I can decide to like take this part of realism and I can just decide, hey, I want to exaggerate that and I want to make it cool. So that's like what I've done here. I could do it in many other spots. So it's something that I like doing. Is just as the form turns away, or as you go from like the lights to the darks in the terminating of the shadow, you can put like extra texture. You can put saturation if you so choose. Like trying to figure out like a good location for these dripping moments here. What do you like more, studying or creating actual art? So you are creating art, whether you're doing a study or doing an illustration. But I like both for different reasons. And there really isn't like one over the other. Because, you know, art for a very long time was about replication. For a very long time, you know, like as you do like oil paintings and like watercolors, they were all about like recreating realism, right? And it was one of those things where that was like the height of art, is like just recreating what you saw. So I don't really think there's anything wrong with that. You know, like I really love studies. Like, I mean, if you know me at all, you know I'm the study girl. That's just what I do. I love studying. But I'm also very fond of doing stuff like this, like we're doing today, where I'm, you know, making something new. It's from multiple different images, and so it's not just, you know, it's not just one for one copying. And I've been doing that with my texture studies. Like if you check me out on Instagram, I have a series right now where I am going through I'm going through 500 texture studies. Yes, you heard me right. 500. I'm at item 10. So I'm like very, very early on in the process. I have done a whole bunch of stuff, and it has been super fun. But I am looking forward to continuing my journey through all my textures. And those are all studies, but they're all studies that they're not like one for one copies. They're like this, which is like this is basically like, it's a study, but it's not, because it's when I'm done, it's its own little image, right? It doesn't need anything else. Here, I'm gonna do the drips now. It's like their own unique thing. I'm gonna do something really, really weird, and everybody's gonna be like, what are you doing? I'm gonna crop the canvas because I don't need the rest of this. Hold on. Reset. No preset. I need it like that. Oh, it decided not to work. Hold on. We will get it to work, people. Don't worry. Do not frighten. So we're going to do that. Apply. Cannot resize our position area on first crop. What? Okay, but why? Okay, the crop tool is not working correctly. Hold on. What? Yeah, the crop tool is being really weird right now. We're just gonna note that in bugs for future use. That is very odd. Let me see if I can't do the thing I wanted to do. No, doesn't work. That is very odd. I'll have to make some kind of bug report or whatever. We'll just leave it. It's fine. I won't cry over it. But yeah. Sorry, I forget what I was talking about. I got totally sidetracked by trying to do this. Yes, studies versus illustrations. This is looking a little cat-like, so I am going to expand over here. Yep. So at this point in the drawing is when I start to get finicky about like smaller shapes. Yeah, let's add those drips. I keep saying I will, and then I don't. It's like as if the moon were like dripping slime or some kind of water or whatever. It's a weird thing to add, but it's also really cool. And I'm invested at this point in my drips. I put them in a lot of different things where they shouldn't belong. And it's super fun for me. Maybe not for other people. But I don't care because it is my drawing. So I'm gonna take some black here and just kind of give some substance to like these drips so that they look more real. Is it bad to be too ambitious when it comes to doing an art piece? No. There are plenty of things that I have done art-wise that for me were 100% too ambitious for like my skill level. But here's the thing, you learn. That's when you learn. You learn so fast and so well when you're doing something like that. And that takes the cake. And you know what? You do these things and then all of a sudden your friends are like, wait, how'd you get so good so fast? What the hell? And they're like, what? What did you do? And then you get to sit there and be like, I don't know. I mean, you do know, but that's what it is you just spend more and more time on projects and, you know, things come to fruition. All right, let me look around. Have a peeky see at what we're doing here. Nice. I love the texture. You're always so good at texture, Andy. Oh my goodness. It's happening. It's looking so cute, DPO. I want to see this when it's done. Definitely tag me. You guys, in the Discord, we have this like we have this channel. Hold on. It's called Class Moments in the school section. You guys can like put all of your magnificent owls in that chat, and I will be in there and I will check them out when they are done. So if you didn't have time to finish today, do like go ahead, like put them in, because I'd love to see them when they're done. Like, this is looking so cool. Okay. You're an owl nerd? You joined because you're an owl nerd? That's awesome. I love that I attracted someone who was like super intense about owls. Oh, Meg, this is so cute. Look at this. You're doing so good though. Like, yes. Definitely use the Classroom Moments chat, please. Oh, whoa. That's looking cool. Yo, this one almost looks like, it almost looks like a Pokemon, but in like the best way possible. That is so cool. I love like the method that you're using. You're just being so painterly. It's so awesome. And it's got volume too. It's got like really good shape, and it simulates feathers really, really well. Nice. Yeah. Oh, this is coming along too. Oh, you're using like, oh, you're one of those people. There's like no opacity. You are just like scribbling in these like precious value changes, and it is looking grand. Like from over here, it's looking pretty realistic. And then like you zoom in and it's like a bunch of little strokes. Like, that's awesome. I love when people do that. That is so hard to do. Oh man. Dang. Okay. Over here flexing. It's still looking great. Good job, Blender. I love all your questions. You're killing it with the questions, dude. Questions are phenomenal. All right. So there's a few things in here I think are too soft. They're just too soft. But it's alright. I will deal with it. Aww. Yaga's being so sweet. We hope that you get better soon. I'm just going to continue noodling on my little prospect here. I'm not sure if I'll finish him, but this is like really fun. Aw, nah, you're good. Just feel better soon, and I'm sure you'll like show up next time you can. No, you don't come off annoying at all. I've enjoyed answering your questions, dude. You're good. Give me something to talk about. I love interaction with everybody, so never ever feel like you are being too much with your questions, guys. You are just fantastic for asking questions. Otherwise, I'm just kind of sat here talking to myself like a crazy person. Bye, Yaga. Hope you have a good day. Ugh. This owl be looking creepy. I'm gonna bring in the big guns with like a really, really nice deep teal in here. Yes. Okay. Just love seeing like shadow colors like this pop up in paintings. Like anytime that ever happens, that just takes away my breath. Like, and that seems really saturated, right? But against that brown, and then I'm gonna desaturate it a bit, darken it quite a bit, and then just come on top of it. Right here in this area, and it's just gonna allow for that transition. I can grab like my browns here and go on top to create like the overlap of like the feathers, like just covering up his body right there. Just kind of creates this line that I really like from here to here. This is a lot of fun. All right, so now I'm gonna grab the same teal. It's like pretty teal. Let's see if I cannot do something interesting on this side of the moon. Reflect that teal on the side. Have a little bit of color in there. Do I know about Marco Bucchi? Do I know about Marco Bucchi? I met him. I had such a good time. Lightbox this year. I shook his hand. He is a great inspiration of mine when it comes to color. So I 100% know about him. I am a big fan. I am a fellow Canadian because Marco Bucchi is Canadian. I will mark my words. I will own one of his pieces to put in my atelier at some point. We're going to take this like rust color that I had for like this section. We're going to like bounce it around and put it like back here too. Do you see that? Do you see how that's like popping out from behind him as well? Like his bum is shining. But it actually looks good. I'm just having ideas here. Like, you don't have to always do what everybody else wants you to do. You can like just, you know, have fun. Ben Eblem. I don't know Ben Eblem. I don't know him. I will have to look him up. So I do actually feel that some of these feathers would get light on him. So let's kind of go like this, kind of. Yep. There we go. And then we'll maybe do like some light on these little feathers, like surrounding the tummy area. And then maybe some silhouette fun. We can like go in and put some of these feathers are like curling up and out. And then maybe make these claws a little bit darker. And give them like a really like menacing, like curly. Yeah. Give them that kind of a look. Yeah. Oh, I'm having fun. This is great. And like so you have those like those dark talons. So as they like go to the other sections, instead of like going straight through like the gray to the light, they're gonna go through like a color. So I'm gonna make them go through like this rust that we put in different locations, and it'll make the color like bounce around and vibrate. Now I like that his right eye here is like a higher value than everything else, but I do want to reflect the teal. I do want the teal in there, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put the teal in there a little bit, and then make sure the other side is very white. And we're gonna lighten this one a little bit just to make sure it doesn't stick out too much. Yeah, fun. I'm liking that. Super, super fun. It's weird, but it's fun. And it's mine, and I like it. And it kind of feels very true to like my personality and how I am. Let's check. I joined. I'm late. Can I still draw? Homebody, of course you can draw. I'm sorry. It started quite a while ago. We're almost done, actually. But the canvas remains open, and people can draw whenever they please. And you can always put what you've drawn in the classroom area. So I'll be delighted to see it. Where could you draw on the canvas? So let me just put the canvas in chat. If you cannot join, that would mean that you are not part of my art space. If you're not part of my art space, we can hook you up with that. Give me a minute. I'm just going to grab that. Here you go. So if you can't get through to the canvas, I think that might have been you. No, that's Mia. Okay. Hi, Mia. But yeah, so if you can't join the canvas, you can use the second link there. It'll like let you join my art space first. Kind of not loving like the tips of these being like lit like that. I think I did it really fast earlier and I never like touched up on it again, but let's play with that a little bit. Just the two, yeah, I think. Oh, fun. I think I want to like group this area together like that. There we go. It's feeling a lot more cohesive. You're welcome. Oh, it is you. Okay. I just wasn't sure because of the YouTube name being like a little bit different. So yeah. You're good. You're good. You're good. That being said, let's take a look at what is happening this week on Magma. So on Friday, we have a clubhouse. If you guys are interested, our next clubhouse is with Gabriel Quinn. Now, Gabriel Quinn is a super cool artist. I knew him. He's part of Lightbox. But he's so cool. And he also streams. So if you want to check him out, he is, let me like drop his Instagram. Hold on. I'll drop his Instagram in the chat. I have to go find him. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So I will drop it in the YouTube chat and in the Magma chat because I'm very nice. But yeah, check him out. He's going to be streaming with me on Friday. It is going to be so fun. And the theme is going to be woodland creatures. So you guys get to paint and design and have fun on the same canvas with Gabriel Quinn. He is so cool. And I'm so excited for him to come stream for you guys. Because he's super fun, super entertaining, and just an absolutely all-around amazing artist. So definitely show up for that one if you want to be in a clubhouse. I think the next thing is Saturday. So Saturday evenings at 6:30 EST. We always have a weekly casual themed hangout with Cybernaut, one of our wonderful moderators. It's really casual. It's not recorded. We don't stream it. And it's just like this inner club of like the cool kids in Magma. Like we, a lot of people that are in these campuses already come to this hangout. So yes, I'm talking to everybody. You are the cool kids. We love to hang out. We love to see all the art that happens, and we always post the canvas in multiplayer art. So if you aren't part of the Discord, definitely check it out. It's super fun. Let me pop the Discord invite link. I will pop the link in the YouTube chat. Heck yeah, come join our community. It's super fun. We paint together on Magma. We have like, sometimes we impromptu like get together in voice chats and start canvases. It's super fun. You get to do more stuff like this. And I join a lot of them. So, you know, if you want to come meet me, come say hi. You want to come paint together, definitely a fun time. I'm already seeing like people in the Discord being super sweet about like today's stream. It's like really nice to hear when we tickle your fancy, guys, when you have fun during the stream. It's always great answering your questions too. Blender, wonderful questions today. And everybody else, don't feel shy about asking questions. I love answering them. So oh man, that being said, let's take a look, because I know you guys worked so hard on these. Oh, this is cool. I didn't notice, but you used like a color variated brush on the background here. Cool. I love this so much. Can't wait to see this done. This was awesome too. I know Meg's still working on this. Oh, so cute. I like where you took this. I like that you really took the bull by the horns with the black canvas. Like this is very reminiscent of like the black papers where you can like scratch away and it's like metallic underneath. You know what I mean? This very much has that feel. And I like it. I like it a lot. So that's just really cool. Okay, let's check out over here. Oh my gosh. Nexus, what the heck? This is awesome. And you get the impression across so well. This looks really feathery. That is so cool. Oh man. And these guys, I think, oh, they're not done yet. Oh my gosh. Look at this. That's obnoxious. You're like flexing over here, like doing so good. Dang. I do encourage everyone. I want to see these when they're done. So definitely use the classroom moments section. If you can't see that section, it's because you haven't gone to the Roll Forge to get your rolls yet. And you can pick out, like, I believe it's the Scholar Roll. The Scholar Roll gives you access to that classroom section. So go ahead and get that roll, and you'll see the text channel in which you can just post all of your lovely work that you've done during the classroom live streams. So that being said, I think we're done here for classroom. Thank you for coming. Thank you for drawing. All of these have been so, so good. And I wish you a wonderful day and happy painting. All right. Bye.